Hey, how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh and welcome back to another custom map Total War Warhammer 2 online battle using the Steel Faith Overhaul mod. Today we are at the Frostheart Keep and it is just truly epic and it's going to be an intense battle. I just already know it. This was sent in to me by my Discord and you might be asking yourself, Jackie, like this looks like kind of like a cool map and all, but you know, it's not really very big, is it? Well, let me tell you, this is just simply the outer wall of the fortress. And not only is it the outer wall, this is actually a workable gate right here. It's huge and I love it. The fact that it is just as big as it is, it really does just speak to the fantasy style of this battle. You know, that we are at a legendary fortress and we can even kind of create lore for ourselves. You know, that this gate has never been penetrated by the Chaos Forces. It is always held strong, much like the Dwarven gates of old. And it's just really cool. So yeah, we'll take a look at the map and then we'll jump into this battle and it's going to be a good one, just trust me. And if you guys enjoy these online battles sent in to me by my Discord, make sure to let me know by dropping a like and a comment on the video. It really helps out the channel and I appreciate it, guys, so thank you in advance. And if you want to be a part of these battles, make sure to join my Discord. I'll leave a link in the description down below as well. So cool, we'll start off. So this map starts off with a pretty awesome looking front wall right here. We have workable towers which will shoot out comets of Cassandora, basically, the high tier, high elf artillery. Then we also have obviously this huge gatehouse right here, which the enemy are going to have to break their way through, which I really like. But as we make our way back, we have this huge forest area, which the high elves can maybe harass the Chaos Forces as they kind of funnel through. Then we go back to the main keep and we just have one normal outer wall right here, which is going to be littered with Sea Guard, Gate Guard and Phoenix Guard. Then finally we do have one last gatehouse right here. And then behind that, we're going to have the final stand of Phoenix Guard and these awesome looking Dragon Guard as well, who just, yeah, as I said, just look amazing. Just take a look at them. They glitter in the snow. That's amazing. I really like that. And then obviously the final stand right there. So yeah, an amazing looking map. Make sure to go thumb it up on the Steam Workshop. All the mods we are using will be in the link in the description in a nice little collection. So thank you to my Steam crew, my Discord crew for creating that. It's really helpful. So I think without further ado, we'll just jump straight into the battle. I don't want to spend ages kind of just looking around at all the units. You guys basically already know what everyone's going to be bringing. Phoenix Guard elite units, and I'm sure we'll see them all in the battle anyway, so you guys can get a good idea. I will say, however, though, Banter Power is obviously in the favor of the attackers. At the moment, the defenders actually have more men, but obviously they got a lot less money to spend in the first place, so their men won't be as good as, say, the forces of Chaos and also the forces of the Dark Elves. Also, remember as well how the defenders have their army split up. This is going to be a big portion of their money, and they're going to be fighting the entirety of the Chaos Force. So, you know, so say, like, for example, the Chaos spent 100 grand. At the moment, you know, they've got their entire 100 grand up against, like, 30k from the High Elves. So even though they might have more men at the moment, you know, they're going to be able to use their entire force just to whittle away these guys and then kind of be able to form up on these guys. So the High Elves are heavily outnumbered as they are split up into these stages. But I guess, without further ado, let's just go and jump straight into this battle, and you guys are immediately going to see the hellfire that the High Elves have to send towards these Chaos units. So all these guys actually did just Vanguard deploy and push forward, and we are going to have a couple units of these Dragon Guard fighting forward. The artillery and all the archers are just unleashing on the enemy. You can see the archers all the way back here just shooting their arrows as much as they can, just volleying in the direction of the enemy, and that's just so goddamn cool. We're also going to have the dragons making their way over the field to hit all these Vanguard deployed units again, which is really cool to see. All these units taking advantage of that, and oh my god, look at that, the fortress is collapsing. That's actually so cool. Wow. I mean, oh, that's really cool. Unfortunately, it is just clipping through the ground. But that was so awesome. I've, like, never really seen that before. I guess maybe it's because it's normally done to a smaller scale, and the modder has just, you know, simply increased everything in this battle. Like, just made everything huge. And that's really cool. I love that. That looks really amazing. So we're going to have some ladders being pushed up, and I guess these guys, these shades, are mainly just here to push up these ladders, making it easier for the rest of the forces to then make their way up and, you know, just climb these ladders. We are going to have a bit of a retreat now. Some of these Sisters of Avalon are going to be falling back through this gate. They better close it quickly, though, because the Chaos Hordes are very much on their way, ready to hit here. Yeah, you can see more of the soldiers out here. Also, this battle is pretty huge, so it's going to kind of be a bit taxing on my system just because the amount of, like, terrain and buildings and the amount of particle effects through the magic and artillery we are going to be seeing. It's going to be a little bit hectic, so please just bear with me. I'll try and make it look as good as possible for you guys, as well as just keeping the FPS up. So we're going to be having a huge dragon fight right here, and it does look like... Oh, we just another tower collapsing there! That is so cool, this one just falls down! Oh, wow! It's such a shame they just kind of clip through the ground. It'd be amazing if they actually did damage when they hit down. That would be so cool. That would be some Helm's Deep shit right there. There's just so many particle effects. We actually do have the gate being opened, as it does look like the High Elves are in retreat. Now, again, unfortunately, the gate does open and close really quickly, but there's nothing they can really do about that. They're basically just enlarging the fortress itself, as we have another bit of this tower being destroyed. I love how there's so much destruction in this fortress. That's so cool. I love it how things are just breaking down and collapsing, as we do have, this looks like Minas Morgul as well. Obviously, a ritual city going off right now, as more of the enemy do make their way to the front. So yeah, obviously they've just enlarged the gatehouse itself. So because of that, unfortunately, you can't really, I don't think, slow it up and make it like just open and close a lot slower like you would expect something of that size to do. The Phoenix Guard are going to be fighting bravely against the aspiring champions, who are now pushing up. They've popped all their boss, demonic strength, and unholy pact, giving them great damage, damage buffs, as the artillery does just continue to roam around. And it does look like a lot of these forces are just getting smashed by magic. Now, the good thing is they're wasting, well, not wasting, but they're using a lot of their magic over on this side before they even got to the main fortress. You know, this is kind of more just the outer wall more than anything else. So, you know, they're going to have to obviously have a lot more units and a lot more magic to go ahead and defeat the majority of the High Elf army, which I guess is over there. But even still, they kind of look like they're struggling, actually, as the gate has now been smashed down by the battering ram, and the forces of Chaos are running forward. We're going to be having the Chaos Warriors making their way in, as more of the city and the wall just collapses. The more destruction, the better. This is amazing. I love everything just breaking. I think it just makes the siege battle feel so much more alive, instead of just, you know, just a static defense. The Dragon Guard are getting smacked, and I think they're going to be getting forced to retreat back. Yeah, I think we're literally falling back to the inner city as the defenders just kind of get ruined here. Some of the Sword Masters are acting as kind of like a vanguard, which is very, very brave of them. Holding firm. I mean, these are some elite-ass units, so I'm not expecting them to break anytime soon. Holding that line. The dragons, though, are just overwhelming the Star Dragon over here. I mean, this Chaos Lord is kind of low, though, so maybe they can do a bit more damage to him. Unfortunately, all the archers over here. Oh my god, this is so cool. Is this a workable gate? I'm not sure if this is a workable gate or if all the units just died. Can they get through there? No, but it looks like they can't. It would have been so cool if there were side gates as well up here, which the defenders could retreat back through, as more of the city just gets broken down on the gate. This gets absolutely destroyed as the artillery is just going. Oh my god, that shot Kobe. Kobe. Oh, and it gets a direct. Oh, so close to getting a direct hit. Close that goddamn gate ASAP, man. There's a few units scattered around the fortress itself now. A few brave men left on the wall. Over on this right side, they're going to be getting destroyed. And I think it's solely going to be, you know, a couple units of Phoenix Guard who are going to be trying to slow up the attackers as much as they can. It does look like all the dragons are being pushed back, and this gate needs to close ASAP as the attackers are making their way up. They've got a lot of these Blackheart Corsairs who all shoot out missiles as well. There we go. The gate has been closed. Now make sure it stays closed. It'd be really cool if these bigger gates could be super tanky, and it'd actually take a little while. I imagine what the case is going to be is that they're going to go down fairly quickly, just like normal gates. But it'd be kind of cool if these gates maybe had like 200% of the HP. Because, you know, this is less of a competitive battle and more of a cinematic battle map, right? More than anything else. So it'd be kind of cool, you know, to give the attackers time to retreat, or the defenders, sorry, time to retreat and form up their defense. I mean, they already have a pretty nice defense as more use. Oh, that's a beautiful Phoenix we just saw go across there. I mean, just look at these guys, though. Oh, babe, that looks so cool. That really does look amazing. I mean, that is just spectacular, right? Especially if we go on board, like, looking from the point of view of these guys right here. That looks like something special right there. And I'm just so amazed. The modders in the Total War community are just so goddamn good. They put so much work in to create these amazing looking maps. And units as well, you know. The Steel Faith Overhaul mod is spectacular. I mean, all the mods we are using are really, really good. There we go, close the gate. Yeah, it'd be so nice if the gate just closed really quickly, but I guess that's probably pretty hard to make happen. The dragons are just overwhelming the walls, and I imagine we will, I guess we'll be seeing the banners of the Chaos being risen very soon. Again, something like out of Helm's Deep when the Hornburg falls, and you do see the gates, the flags of Isengard roaming the walls. Some cavalry actually being pushed up as the High Elves try and be a little bit naughty and throw some units forward. Honestly, they should have just have this gate closed. We do have some Dragonfire coming in though, killing a lot of these Chaos Knights. Yeah, if I was the forces of the High Elves, I'd fall back and just let this gate hold the line. At the moment, you're giving the enemy an easy chance to come forward. Oh, but I think at the moment they're just bringing all their forces inside the fortress itself. I really like this. And the thing is, this outer wall was such an epic battle, and that's just one part of the engagement. They still have to get through another 2 or 3 gates if you include the huge one. Oh, there we go. Thank God these closed down. The Hydra's going to be banging down on this gate. Yeah, I wonder how quickly it is going to go down. Yeah, it's going to go down pretty quickly, unfortunately. Yeah. And you know, I love the way how you can like see cracking in the wall. Like, this is like an ice fortress right here. Yeah, as I was saying, like, it'd be really cool if you could like make that really like tanky as we do have magic ripping through the Dragon Princes or Dragon Guard back here. You know, make this like the legendary gates, you know, which have been fused with magic and only like special units can smash it down or something. That'd be really cool. Yeah, much like Minas Tirith. You know, the gate of Minas Tirith is insane. You know, it's been blessed by magic. It's made by like the Numenorians, maybe not the Numenorians, but you know, it's an insane gate. And if you guys have seen the extended edition of Return of the King, you see the amount of bodies piling up to try and destroy it. You know, it's pretty insane until they do bring up the final battering ram, which, you know, the fire in that wolf battering ram has actually got the fire of Sauron himself. And even that took all day to break down the gate. You know, the film doesn't really show it that much, but, you know, when they bring up the battering ram, it's daytime. And then when they finally smash down the gate, it's nighttime. And there we go, the gate has been broken down now. Sorry, I went on a pretty disgusting tangent there about Lord of the Rings. And the Chaos are just roaming through the gate itself. My God, my computer just died a little inside. I apologize for that. There's just so many particle effects with so much fire and dragon fire, as well as also having the spells going off. That was maybe a little bit too much for my CPU. However, good news, I'm going to be buying a new processor and motherboard soon, so these battles should be able to be handled a little bit better. I mean, I think it looks perfectly fine already, maybe dropping quite a few frames here and there, but nothing too bad. But don't worry, hopefully in the next month or so, we will be getting some really good quality on our playthroughs and stuff. So yeah, it should be really good. I'm looking forward to being able to have a really nice looking hard drive and stuff. A lot of the forces of the High Elves are just being ruined by the attackers. They're just overwhelming the defense here with the superior amount of dragon fire and the Hydra fire. That really just routed a large amount. But oh my God, did you guys see that much damage on the dragons there? They just rinsed like 4 or 5 units of these chosen right there. That was brutal. That was insane, as we do have some Dark Elf dragons actually up here overwhelming the walls themselves. They are trying to gang up and kill this lord, but I think maybe just retreating back would be a good idea. Now, the High Elves do have some ambushes set up. They have their amazing looking dragon princes just sitting around this battlefield. And again, these guys look great. Oh, I love this. There's like a mini camp here. I didn't even notice it. This is like such a small detail that we could easily have just missed on the map, but that's really cool. And I love the way, you know, it just kind of adds a bit more flavor to the map itself. Lotus, you have outdone yourself with this map once again. Your last one was really cool with the mountain pass and the vines. Again, if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure to go take a look at it. And this one is just, again, just as cool. Wow, dude. Really, really nice work, man. So we're going to have a unit of brave Dragon Guard pushing up, just trying to give the time to their retreating foes. but it's not going to look too great whatsoever as more of the dragons just wreak havoc on the forces. Murderous Prowess has just been popped, but there's nothing really for them to kill, so that's kind of good for the forces of the High Elves. And I think everyone is just falling back, honestly, trying to retreat to the final keep. They have quite a few ambushes set up, which I think is a really smart. You know, they have some archers over here. I'm not sure, can these guys shoot while stealth? I don't know if they can. Can I, like, hover over them? So they got stalk. This unit can move hidden in any terrain and fire whilst moving. I don't think they have, like, ambusher ability, which like, allows them to shoot while staying hidden. That'd be really useful. Oh, look at this as well. I think this is definitely a glitch, but it does kind of look quite cool, right? Just having like a set of line. It'd be kind of cool if you could actually ever do this, you know, have a line of infantry guarding the wall, whilst also having the rest of the unit guarding up here to kind of prevent them from just sticking up ladders really easily. So the gate has been taken pretty easily now. Unfortunately, yeah, they're just pouring through men slowly but surely into the city. This is a super cinematic battle. It really is. And I love the way that there are stages to this siege. It's not just simply one, you know, once they're in the city, they're in the city. There's multiple, like, kind of bits of terrain and mountain passes, which they have to fight through. I love the destruction. I think they're going to be able to climb up here. I think at the moment they're currently going up here to just stop this vortex, destroy it. And they are simply just overwhelming this defense. There's everything inside the city. You know, there's still so many men left. So if we look at the balance of power, we can see there's 2,700 attackers right now left, and there is only 2,200 defenders. So it's kind of what I was saying. You know, once because they get to kind of gang up on the defenders. You know, the defenders don't get to use all their money in one big engagement, but the attackers do. And we can definitely see that paying dividends in this battle as more and more soldiers just pour through this broken down gate. The gate which has never been breached, the impenetrable bastion of the High Elves, has now been broken down. And they're just going to be bringing everything they have in. Do they have anything else? I think they also have some battering rams as well, which they might decide to bring up. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a trek, and they might as well just use their hydras to smash down the gates. They could bring in these battering rams as well to try and make some good use of that. Now, are we seeing all the cavalry retreating back? I think we are. I think we're seeing a majority of the cavalry being pushed back. Oh, at the moment, they're actually being chased off by the cavalry by the looks of it. We do have the dragon princes. Yeah, they're being chased off by the dragons, I think, which are roaming around, which is a really smart move to have your dragons roaming around the woodland area just to make sure you're not going to get any nasty surprises before moving up the majority of the forces. I know I'm making so many comparisons to Lord of the Rings, but it's kind of like the Nazgul right now, just roaming around the woodland area. We do have this Star Dragon going up against, one of the Lords? Morathi, actually. If they can take down this Lord for the Dark Elves, that's going to be a big hurt to the morale. However, we do have her boyfriend turning up right now, the Chaos Lord. Not Malekith, just the Chaos Lord, her toy boy, going to be arriving in the battlefield. And that should be able to, you know, manage to kill this Star Dragon. And we're going to see this dragon going down, I think. Which is unfortunate. Obviously, he's going to run. He's going to flee. He might come back. Maybe the dragon will be able to catch him, though. No, he's going to allow him to live, which is fine. And they'll also put off some pressure from these dragon princes, which is kind of nice, as we are going to be seeing the rest of the Chaos Forces moving up. And we'll just triple speed it whilst these guys get into position for their final assault. They're obviously going to be roaming the woodland area right now, making sure that there's just no nasty surprises, you know, because that's, you know, one of the ways they would definitely lose this battle. This battle is still pretty close. And I think at the moment, all they're doing is just looking, you know, for any nasty units hiding in here, using their dragons to scout out, whilst they push up the rest of their forces. We're actually going to have a mage up here, the Mage of Life. Get the hell out of there. Obviously, these guys can continue to hide there, and we also will have a lot of the cavalry over here. Again, maybe it would be a good idea just to simply bring back this cavalry and just stick it within the city's walls. Yeah, the Chaos is just stretching. Look at that. They literally just stretch the entirety of this forest area. Oh, and again, I love it how the guys can just... Does this gate open, or is it just something they port through? Out of interest. I imagine they just teleport through here, right? Yeah. That's kind of a bit annoying, but oh well. Nothing too crazy. As long as, like, the main gates work, That's all that matters. Because I guess, you know, putting a gate in here doesn't really do anything. You know, it's just open terrain. Doesn't really get you anywhere whatsoever. So we are going to be having a little bit of an engagement right here. By the looks of it, we're going to have a Fire Phoenix engaging against Malekith, her actual boyfriend. And there's also going to be some missile fire coming in as well. They're going to do some serious damage to Malekith. Again, that's a huge mage just being taken out. I mean, he's probably already got... He's already only actually got 60 kills, 46 kills, which isn't actually too much. But I think he's done a great job at kind of realizing that there's going to be men hidden in these walls, which is going to allow the rest of the Dark Elves and the Chaos's forces just to simply take them out. We're going to have this Phoenix just chasing down and then retreating back because it doesn't really want to get engaged too much. But now that this kind of ambush has been noticed, I think they're going to be trying to bring everything back inside the city now. The element surprise has gone down. Or maybe not. Maybe they're just going to look here to try and do as much damage to Malekith as they can. Because he is just kind of sitting out in the open. And they can do a ton of damage to him. Again, if we go ahead and take a look at the overview, we can really see the forces just getting closer and closer. And I guess we'll have to go to normal speed once again. And we can go back to here, as we just see all the forces making their way in to the final stand. They will give their lives to defend this fortress. Everything they can do will be here. And I think we'll see all the archers just working overtime now, unleashing their quivers as quickly as they can. Trying to pick away. And I think what we're going to be seeing right here is the Chaos Warriors. These guys are mainly going to be here to be putting up the ladders right now. We're also going to be having the artillery coming in. I wonder how we're going to try and... Yeah, oh my god, holy crap, that artillery does so much damage. That must have been shooting for a while, right? Yeah, okay, it's only 5... Yeah, it's only like 5 or 6 damage each. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. For a second, I thought they did 40 damage in one shot, which was just insane. Yeah, if these Sisters of Avalon can get back, they should really try to. As we are going to be having the Chaos Forces making their way up. Is going to be really, really useful once this artillery does break through this part of the wall. The High Elves are setting up a nice little kind of surround right here just to completely envelop them. And the fort wall is going to be going down very soon. Some ladders are being pushed up, so we're going to be trying to harass on multiple flanks, which is smart. One more shot on this wall will be going down. More and more ladders are also being pushed off. We'll just kind of watch this as this final part of the wall does go down. There we go, the wall does get destroyed. And actually just kill some of the elves which were standing on top of it. Luckily though, none of these guys were killed. Again, it just looks so clean. This is such like one of my favorite units in the mods that we are using in this battle. The rest of the ladders being pushed up as well, out of interest. I don't know, there's only got one set of ladders and they're going to be meeting the Dragon Guard who are going to be engaging them. The Dragon Guard are going to be taking the front line. Trying to kill as many of these Chaos Lords as possible. And the rest of the Chaos Force is just very much waiting to come in. There's a lot of like cavalry and stuff which can do a lot of damage if they are brought up. The Dragons are going to be harassing the front line. These Spearmen are just waiting. Whatever comes over them ladders, you will stand your ground and kill them. What are the Chaos... They're just trying to kill the towers now. That's a smart move. Try and take out these towers with the artillery now. This is actually a really good move as well by the Swordmasters and the High Elves. Sticking up these Swordmasters here, even though they have just been broken, and this kind of the unit is dead now, they managed to kind of slow up a large portion of the Dark Elf and Chaos attack. Same with these Sisters of Avalon as well. Oh my god, that Dragon Breath foe just ruining this unit right here. Pretty much clearing out the entire unit of Highborn Spearmen. My god, that Dragon Breath is insane. I guess it's insane on both sides though, right? Balance of power, we can see that the defenders have 1,900 men and the attackers have 23. So only 400 man difference. As we are going to be having the High Elves now marching up. Oh god, we've just been demonetized, boys. Jesus Christ, demonetization has arrived. And the Witch Elves are going to be claiming this part of the wall. We do still have one unit which hasn't been just plagued by Dragonfire. Oh my god, more Dragonfire as well, this time from the High Elves. There's just so many aerial units for both sides. Oh, and a beautiful Scythe again, just doing so much damage. This magic has been brutal from the forces of the Chaos and Dark Elves. This dragon bow does look like it's getting kind of surrounded. However, more of its bodies are turning up. We got some replenishment. Another pit of shades going off. My god. This has just done so much damage to the defenders. It kind of makes it feel like you have to constantly be moving. The units are now pouring forward. We did have a unit of highborn spearmen. And we have the artillery shooting there. Is the artillery shooting from all the way over here? I think it is as well. And the insane thing is that we're only fighting at the second stage of this siege battle right now. We still have another wall to go. That's just so good. I love it. Like, you don't get this in vanilla Warhammer whatsoever. And that's why I'm so, like, the modding community is just awesome. World will burn indeed. It looking like that's going to be the case. Oh no, this is the artillery, sorry, which was shooting. Archers trying to get some more kills off. I think the aerial units, though, for the Dark Elves, is so strong. Like, so strong. We're going to be getting some of the artillery focusing down these guys, and they're going to be using their bolt throwers to try and do some nice damage. As Tyrion does fall back as well. God, this outer wall has just been overwhelmed really easily. We have, like, kind of one bastion still left remaining. These Dragon Guard right now, who are bravely defending on the stairs. And they're going to be holding nicely. Watch it go super cinematic as we watch this. And they're going to be fighting the Chaos, and they're going to be fighting the Witch Elves as well, the Dark Elves. The dragons overhead as well. Looks like we're going to be getting some form of magic, though. I feel pretty sorry for whatever this is. It looks like a vortex spell. Probably Pit of Shade. Oh, no. For fire coming down right now, the bombardment spell. More dragon fire as well from the High Elves. They're going to be hitting the Dragon Ogres, who are just running amok. There's a few Gate Guard, which are anti-large, so they have a little bit of a chance there. But it's just, there's just so many Chaos and Dark Elves just roaming this fortress. There's pockets of resistance everywhere as the Dragon Guard come up against the Executioners. But it does look like they are just simply fleeing from the battle. And the Executioners are coming in. We're going to have him, his Gate Guard, being hit by the Sorceress on his mount, on his... what even is that mount? I can't even remember. Manticore, that's what it is. Dragons coming down, and the gate has now been smashed down as well. I think the gate hasn't actually been smashed down, but it is being taken by the forces of the Chaos. And again, the High Elves are just in full-on retreat. We do have a few of these, like, dragons trying to do some damage, but yeah, open the gate, fall back, bring everything back into the final stand, and this is where it's going to be held, right here. I'm sure the forces of Chaos are going to be using their magic once again to break forward. You can see all of their men opening up. Oh my god, and they're going to be able to get through this gate. No, this is such bad news. Oh, the gate finally closed. Thank god for that. But is it going to open again? If this mage tries to get through the gate, it's going to open again, I think. She is getting surrounded and smashed to pieces. We also have a Lawmaster as well, trying to help her out. And a Phoenix as well. But the majority of the forces are going to come in here and just ruin them. Dwellers of Below being popped, which is going to be doing some good damage. And also slowing these guys up as much as they can. But soon enough, they're just going to get overwhelmed. We're going to have this unit right here being charged down. The artillery crew going to not stand a chance against the Cold War Knights, who are just elite. I also love their maces. That's why they don't get maces in the normal game. Maybe they do, and I just haven't noticed it before. More infantry being making their way up. The last stand of the High Elves is ready and waiting. They will not give up this last stand lightly. The balance of power is still not hugely in the favor of the Dark Elves and the forces of Chaos, but I feel like it's going to go their way. They have almost 700 man advantage right now. I think once they roam through here, they're going to smash down this gate, and all their dragons are going to come pouring down, and the High Elves just don't have a job to deal with this. We have Sir Alistair right here looking like a bamf. We also have Tyrion as well on his mount with his flaming sword. The archers ready to give their lives. A very low health dragon back. Oh, no, actually a pretty healthy dragon. And then we also have the artillery as well. Oh, another fire being broken down. Is the gate destroyed as well? I think the gate has been broken. Oh no, thank god the gate is still standing. But this fire spell just does so much damage to these units, man. It's actually pretty crazy. But that's what Steel Faith does. It makes magic really OP, which I think, you know, magic should be OP, right? I feel like maybe some of these more elite units though should have a higher magic resistance, because that could be a good way to balance out the magic. Maybe nice to see that. As the gate is just getting smashed down by the Hydras, more magic coming down. Yeah, the gate is slowly going down. The magic is... Look at this magic spell right here. It's just still doing damage. That is just disgusting. Oh, okay, I get it now. It's because they got soul leech put on them and then magic. So that's really smart by the attackers right there to pop all their spells off, you know, to put soul leech on and then cast some magic spells. You know, obviously to take advantage of that. You brave Dragon Guard, hold your line, keep strong, and no matter what comes through that gate, hold the line. The Hydras and all the Dark Elves are just waiting for their chance to push in. I mean, they even still have more men out here, which are still waiting to come in. As we can just see the death and destruction right there on the front lines. The gate is now finally gone down. And the Dragon Ogres are going to be coming for you. I mean, you already see so much death. The Hydra Fire coming in. And they're going to be running in and just smashing these guys. The Phoenix Guard will be kind of good at taking these guys out. But they're already just running through this final defense. The Archer Fire is coming in thick and fast. And they're going to need to try and use as many arrows as they can. They're definitely not going to be missing targets, because there's just going to be so many of these Dragon Princes. And aerial attacks as well from the dragons coming in. The Dragon Guard and the Sword Masters trying their best. The Hydra's making their way in now. This fortress has stood for 1,000 years and is now going to be broken down by the forces of chaos who have just seeped into this world. I'm hoping Tyrion can retreat to fight another day, as we have this Manticore going back. An amazing fire spell right there, just doing so much damage to the forces of the Sea Guard. Wow, that just went down in a perfect line right there, hitting all of the Sea Guard. Luckily, the High Elves managed to move a few of their units away, but this is just a huge cluster right here. And I think we are going to be having the forces of chaos winning this day. That is for sure. They have overwhelmed the defenders. Hashtag defenders never win. A nice little pocket of resistance though. We've got a few Phoenix Guard scattered in with this unit of Dragon Guard. The Chosen though, ripping these guys apart. Their day is broken. Their forces are no more. The dragons are just overwhelming the backward defenders. Are they going to be pouring down on these guys? Or I'm actually currently fighting. Sorry, I thought this was a Chaos Dragon right there. But yeah, I think we're going to just see a huge rout occurring as the Chaos forces do just overwhelm the defenses. Kind of like a Pyrrhic rout, yeah. We're going to see the armies just routing through army attrition. I'm really hoping that wasn't a desync at the end. It could have been, but I'm hoping it wasn't, as it did kind of play out pretty nicely. So that was an intense-ass battle, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to drop a like and a comment. It helps the channel out so much, and you know, I want more people to see a battle like this and see the map and see the mods we're using, so it kind of just helps the community as a whole. But that was just, I think that's probably one of my favorite battles I've had on Total War Warhammer 2, or at least cast on Total War Warhammer 2. The map itself just lent itself to such a cool battle, and it really did turn out amazing. So if you look at the kills, we can see Geneku's force bringing a really elite army. Didn't really get too many kills besides his sorceress and his lord, but I think a lot of his other soldiers were more just kind of like the frontal assault more than anything else. Again, the dragon getting 227 kills and the sorceress as well doing a lot of damage. Dark Elf Malekith only getting 70 kills, nothing too crazy, and the rest of the army not doing too much. It does look like that the forces over here, 200 kills on Morathi, and the archers and cavalry doing a nice job. Looking on the side of the High Elves, we can see 190 kills on the Star Dragon, pretty impressive. We also have 316 kills and 124 on the Sword Masters, awesome. And then finally, we do have Tetlus getting 108 kills and his Phoenix Guard doing pretty decently. So yes, as I said, make sure to drop a like and a comment, go over to the map itself and make sure to thumbs it up. Make sure to go ahead and give that map some love and all the mods we are using. And I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.